Okay, so it's gonna look like, there should be a 1 right here and a 1 right here. Okay, so it's gonna look like f of 1 equals -4, okay? When there's an x and it's like right next to you, you gotta use the parentheses, okay? So equals 1 plus 2. Okay, take a second and really look at what I did. Everywhere there's an x, I'm putting in parentheses and whatever number that they tell us, okay? Okay, so on your calculator, this is the part that you can type in on the calculator. It does all the math for you. Okay, so type that on the calculator. -4 parenthesis 1 close parenthesis plus 2. -2. Okay. So what you're going to get is f of 1 equals, we've condensed this entire part down to -2. Okay, now, I know some of you guys are just going to write down -2 and that's going to be it. You cannot do that. Because if I put a 0 here, okay, well, -4 times 0 is 0, plus 2 is 2. That's a positive 2. Okay, it is only -2 when we plug in a 1. Because if you change the 1 to any other number, you're going to have a different answer. Okay, no matter what number you pick, you guys can all shout out a different number, it's going to be a different answer. Okay, so this entire thing is your answer. Okay, this entire thing is your answer, not 2. Okay, when we plug in 1, that's what it says. When we plug in positive 1, I get -2. Okay, so you have to type in the whole thing for your answer. Okay, let's look at number 3. What is it telling you to find? F of what? 0. Everywhere there's an x right here, we're going to plug in parentheses 0. So it's going to look like f of 0 equals -3 parentheses 0 minus 4. -4?
Yeah.
Okay. And so my answer is going to be f of 0 equals -4. Okay, 5. What are we plugging in? 1. Everywhere there's an x, we're plugging in a 1. So right here and right here. So it's going to look like f of 1 equals negative parenthesis 1 plus 3. Okay, the one mistake people make is not using parentheses. Every time you're putting the 1 or the 0 or whatever, you have to put parentheses. The calculator does not know how to distinguish between the two. Hello. No. Okay. So what is that? 2. So it's going to be f of 1 equals 2. Okay, 7 is going to look like f of -2 equals -3 parenthesis -2. And what is that? 6. So it's going to be f of -2 equals 6. Okay, 9. What are we plugging in? What are we plugging in? What's it say? Find what? 2. Okay, so it's going to be f of 2 equals -4 parenthesis 2 minus 1. And what is that? Huh? -9. Okay, flip the page. So on the front was all linear, meaning there's no exponents. On the back it is 100% the same, but there is multiple x's going on. Okay, it does not change the steps or the process any other than you need to just put more onto the calculator. Okay, so if we look at 11, what is it saying find? Find what? 8. Okay, so everywhere there's an x, meaning here, here, and here, we're putting parenthesis 8. Okay, so it should look like f parenthesis 8 equals, well, I have a x squared, so it's going to look like parenthesis 8 parenthesis squared minus 10 parenthesis 8 close parenthesis plus 24. Okay, everywhere there's an x, you should be putting parenthesis 8. Okay, and on your calculator it's 100% the same. Okay, you're going to type it, and there's the baby exponent button. If you need help finding it, I will gladly help you. Okay, what do you get when you type that in on the back?
8.
8? Somebody agree? You agree? Okay. So it's going to look like f of 8 equals 8. So for this whole part, we got 8. Okay, 13, we're going to say f parenthesis what? 2. Close parenthesis equals, I have an x, so parenthesis 2 squared minus 3. Alright, so we should get f of 2 equals 1. Okay, 15. I'm plugging in what everywhere?
-2.
-2. So f of -2 equals parenthesis -2 squared plus 10. There's another x, so parenthesis -2 plus 19.
-5.
-5? Somebody double check that. You got 3? Okay. Somebody double check that. I don't know. But when there's lots of negatives going on, and
3.
you got 3 also? Then that's what we're gonna go with. I don't know if that's right or not, but. Did you put a squared?
Yeah.
Let's see. You have to do it on the
side of this.
Yeah, you have to do it on the outside.
Oh, I know that.
Gotta be like that.
I'll get it right early.
So, okay, so here's why. If you do 2 squared on the inside of the parentheses, you're gonna get 4. If you do -2 squared, or like -2 squared, when we do this, this only makes the first one negative, and then all the other ones afterwards positive. So like if we would change it and put a 10, all of the other 2's are gonna be negative. With this, it makes the first one and every single one after that negative. So that's what I'm saying, the calculator doesn't know, so it has to be on the outside. 17, what are we plugging in everywhere? -3. So it's gonna look like f of -3 equals negative parenthesis -3 squared minus 10 parenthesis -3 minus 25. Okay, look at mine and really like, okay, this look at how my negative is on the outside, and then I have one on the inside, and then the square's on the outside. It has to go in the calculator exactly like that.
-4.
-4. Somebody check it.
It's negative.
You got -4? -4? Okay, and then last one, we got f of -2 equals parentheses -2 squared minus 1.
Three.
3, somebody agree? Okay, you guys got 10 to do on your own. Go through and get your 10 done, and then you're done for today.